Hi, what's up? So today we're going to be doing three different videos, three different things, and yeah, these are just going to be rant videos, so probably going to be second channel videos, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into this. First off, we're going to be talking about the Arrancars from Type Soul, right? So, they're okay, they're fine when you think about it, but no. Okay, so their progression, I'm talking about before they updated the game, but their progression used to be this terrible. Terrible. You had to run around this huge map to the boards, which were placed randomly. Like the map, it's beautiful, but it's also terrible when it comes to the quest boards. And if you need to get the hollow kills, you know, it's pretty easy. But if you need to like get Shinigami kills or something, you have to go to Kura Town. And when you go to Kura, you're kind of screwed because only Shinigami are there. There's like, for every one Arrancar, there is a solid 8 Shinigami. And you know, it's all fine and dandy. It's great. And I don't really remember how you get this, but when you get your partial resurrection, you feel really cool. You feel really sick, and that's one cool thing about them. But the downside is, if you're colorblind, you can't do the full res because of the light blue eyes. It just puts a really big pain for anybody to try to play the game and get their full res. It's just a guessing game at that point. And people won't really know how it works, or at least if you don't play the game like a degenerate, no offense to the degenerates, but if you don't play the game like a degenerate, you're not going to know how to get to the right one. People say that he gets quicker when it's close to it. Other people say that if you turn low graphics on and then turn your Roblox graphics all the way up, it gets better, but it's just really hard, especially if you're colorblind. Now, after that, right? It is pretty sick, but if you want to become a Vastalord or Vastalcar, I forget which one it is. You have to become an Ahucha and get the 25 Ahucha kills, and then you have to take on the boss, if I'm not mistaken. However, that's kind of mid. That is like, it's a really sad in my opinion, because like, think about it. You're working so hard to become a Vastalcar, and then just like randomly a player. It could be an Arrancar, it could be a Shinigami, it could be a Quincy, and it comes and kills you because you're a weak Ahucha. You become a failed Vastalcar or Vastalord. You are no longer able to keep progressing on that, and you pretty much have a useless account. Like I just don't know how to fathom how badly that mechanic is. I get it, but like if you don't have a soul ticket to reset yourself, what are you gonna do? You just gonna sit there as a failed one? Just be like, yay, this is the game, woo, yippee. No, you're not. You're going to play a different game, or you're going to make a new account. It's just that simple, you know? And, there's a couple of other problems that I would like to get into it. Like, the design, uh, when you, when you start off as an Arrancar, you're the hollows. So you start off as a fishbone, you get your kill, you eat up, the other fishbone, then you become a Minos, and then an Ahuja. However, I don't know if they fixed this or not because I haven't become an Arrancar in forever, but it used to glitch so badly you would have to leave the game multiple times and rejoin it. That is so bad for this progression, and it's already at the beginning of the game. What makes people enticed to keep playing it? I had people who were playing the game already, so I was enticed to keep on going, but it's like, why would you keep doing this? Now, for now that I think about it, there we go. If you want to get partial res, you have to do the parkour to do it. And I didn't do the other option, but I did the parkour, and it took me so many attempts because of just how like how one split second move could mess you up. It took people so long to actually get it, and some of my friends had other people do it for them because of the problem they were having with it. I don't know why a game has to be this difficult if it's like main progression, but you know, that it's always fun to deal with people who don't know how to work with the game, aka myself. Anyways, I will give it some credit. Like they have really nice masks. They're really nice. I like them. They they have really cool weapons as well. They're not the greatest in my opinion, but if you have one that's really cool, it makes up for it. The criticals are all unique, and that's pretty sick. But the downside is If you don't have a certain resurrection, you don't get Segunda. That's just plain and simple. Like if like Light has Segunda, I believe Vampire has Segunda, or but Demon doesn't have Segunda. And they make Snake Segunda for some reason, but like stuff like Demon doesn't have it. I know Panthera might have it. I'm just saying they should focus on main content instead of fan-made content, which brings me to another point. Why would they implement fan names like fan clans to be the strongest when they're not even a part of the actual show? Which also makes me think about how the progression is terribly loosely related to the show. It's nowhere near how it progresses in the actual show. It's just really, really annoying trying to get everything up to speed, if I'm being completely honest. Because, like, think about it. If you're watching Bleach, right? And yeah, I know I'm bringing an anime game. Anime is not the same. Boo-hoo, cry about it. I know, blah blah blah. Yeah, I get it. But if you compare it, it's nowhere near the same. Because just think about it, right? Uh, Arrancars are made from in the show from the Hogyokyu frag, if I'm not mistaken, or in essence. I'm not too sure. I haven't caught up again. I stopped watching for a solid minute. But they're made from the Hogyoku. And the sad part is they are kind of useless in the game. Like, don't get me wrong, they're cool, but you use 9 or 10 of them for just different types of Ceros for like a Rancor. Or like I've seen people use a bomb version instead. Or like they have the Tri-Cero. I mean they're cool, but they're really not good. And I just think it's really, really bad gameplay when it comes down to it, because the Arrancar, or well, let me describe this real quick. Shinigami have Visor, uh, Bankai, or I mean, Shikai, and then Bankai. Quincy's has Let's and Volt Standing. Arrancar has Full Res. That's it. The Arrancar are so far behind compared to Quincy's and Shinigami, it's unreal. And the Quincy's aren't even like a crazy good race compared to the Arrancar. I know that sounds racist. That's not how it's intended, but if you take it that way, boohoo. Uh, it's just like when you think about it, Quincy's are terrible compared to the Arrancar, and I'm not a fan of either of them. I mean, like I think Shinigami are the best in my opinion, and I still hate on them because of how the game is. They all of them suck in my opinion. They just suck. But think about it though. Like you have an Arrancar, right? You work really hard, and you're never going to be as strong as a Quincy. How does that make sense? You have to do more progression than a Quincy. You have to do more progression than some Shinigamis do, and you're weaker than both of them. I think they need to have a balancing update for the game where they have better quests, better implementation, so people can actually play the game and have fun. I also think they should implement match finding instead of, or like a matchmaking. Instead of having, for example, let's say somebody who just got to elite grade playing ranked and somebody who has over 9,000 wins fighting each other, should have people who are same amount of wins fight each other. It's not like I don't want to have to fight um this guy with a Japanese gamer tag who has over 40,000 wins while I have like 20. You know? Like I you start playing ranked and that's how it ends. Now, I do be mindful about this. 2v2 is way better. I think it works a lot better than the original 1v1. But the downside is people sweat so much, and it just brings me to why. Like, I don't know if I want to do a separate thing with this, but people use Hakata on every single one of them besides a Quincy. Like, come on, man. Hakata and Arrancars go so good together, but Hakata is so terrible, it makes the Arrancars have such a bad reputation. Hakata with Shinigamis, they're also they're okay, but it's just really, really sad in my opinion. Like, I did a test when it came down to seeing which one I liked the most. What set I liked, Kendo, Kido, or Hakata? And I like Kendo better because I'm a Kendo fighter, right? I enjoyed 20 in speed and then the rest in Kendo. So it's like 45, 20, 65. But it's just really disappointing to me, considering that you know, the Arrancars get the short end of the stick, considering they're the second or first most liked race in the entirety of the anime and the fan base. I don't know. Just let me know your opinions. Next video will be out. Bye.